Tim and I are going to talk with one another about ending conversations.
So I just walked into a cafe and saw my friend Amy sitting right over there. I've been dying to talk to her about something, but I can tell she's kind of busy. I don't really want to interrupt her, but I really do. Let's see what happens if I try to engage her in a conversation, and if she's too busy, well, I'm hoping she'll just be able to let me know. It's good to see you. I'm not interrupting, am I? I just saw you sitting over here, and I hadn't seen you for a little while, and kind of wanted to catch up. Can I sit down and bug you for a minute?
Yeah, maybe? I have a minute. It's a rare day off for me, so I'm having a little quiet cafe time.
Oh, okay. Would you remember the last time I saw you? I was telling you about a friend of mine who I hadn't seen for a while, who had started calling me again. Well, we started talking again, and I don't know, some of the things she's dragging me into are making me, I don't know, I kind of wanted to bounce it off you and see what you thought. I don't want to interrupt if you're, working on something, but I thought maybe I could pick your brain.
I'm going to start fidgeting, and I'm starting to get frustrated because he said a minute. I know he needs my help. I just don't want to talk to him right now, and I feel bad about it.
All began last night, and she was totally in tears, freaking out. I guess things with the divorce with her husband aren't going well, and I don't know what to say. I kind of feel like I'm getting dragged in the middle of it, but I want to be supportive.
But I feel trapped in this conversation. I really want to talk to this friend of mine. I love running into him, and I want to help him, although it's not my job to help him, of course, but I want to listen, and I'm afraid I'm not going to know how to end this conversation that's sounding like it's going to go on a while.
And I want to listen, but I also, don't want to get dragged in. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I should do. How do you tell someone, I don't want to talk to you because I'm afraid your ex-husband is a psycho who's going to come and kill me? You know what I mean? It's kind of hard.
I don't really know the way to say that
I don't know how to say it either. But
I'm sure there's a Hallmark card.
Oh heavens, if there is, I haven't seen it or been able to find it. But it is. It's getting to the point where it's making me feel, awkward and weird, and I don't really know, what I should say or if
can you? I'm promising things I don't even intend to do because I'm trying to get out of this conversation. And this is a friend.
Just give me a call when you think you might have some time. We can talk about it more. I'll see you later, okay? It was good to see you. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Now I just feel like crap. I'm too distracted. I can't focus on what I knew right away when he sat down that I didn't have time to talk to him.
Deal.
Tim, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have a lot going on right now, and I really want to talk to you, and it sounds like this is something that definitely needs more than just a minute. And I really want to listen to you, and this sounds like real stuff.
Yeah.
Can we talk about this at another time when I can really focus on you and listen?
That would be great. Thanks. Yeah. Can we set a time maybe to get together?
I'll send you a text.
I didn't mean to just go off. I've been so excited to see you and wanted to talk to you.
I know. I'm excited to see you too.
Okay. All right.
So I'll set up a time.
You promise?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
What's up?
What's happening? Hey, I was hoping I would run into you. Do you have a minute? Can I talk to you? I've been wanting to talk to you.
I wish I did. I'm super busy right now. But it's awesome to see you. Let me give you a call later because I've got to just keep my head in this thing. But it's so great to see you, and I'll give you. Are you around later?
Yeah, sure. Give me a call.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Conversations is difficult, and starting conversations is difficult too, because it's like, where will it end? Can I end it? Will I feel trapped? But the truth is, if we can't talk, it's okay. And we can just explain that and leave it to the other person to be mature enough and adult enough not to take it personally. And if they do take it personally, is it really your problem?
If you gave a little bit of love and disappointed them a little bit, you'd realize they're still going to love you.
Yeah,
They're going
right.
to come back tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Allowing yourself to let someone down honestly and kindly
Very well put.
and with love. And I was growing up, at least, it was like disappointing someone meant you didn't love them. So this is a whole new concept. This is a concept of you can both disappoint someone with kindly. And I think we're not talking about meaning to disappoint someone, but you can disappoint people. We're human. It happens. And yet still love them. That's like, whoa, that's a whole new concept. If you grow up with being taught that disappointing people or letting people down equals not loving them, then you get to, grown up adult life and you're in situations inevitably where you need to disappoint. Of course, it's going to be really intense. And I first read about the difficulty of ending conversations, which immediately resonated with me when I found this book that had an embarrassing cover that I ripped off.
I was going to ask you why you ripped the cover off.
A lot of my self-help books have the cover ripped off because on the front there's like adult children of, messed up and bright colors. So and because I was insecure.
It makes it feel better to tear the cover off.
So I tore it off. So yeah.
Very revealing.
So chapter 11, ending conversations and ending visits. So I will just quickly 103. Adult children often feel stuck in conversations, unsure of how to conclude them in a friendly manner. And here are some ideas that you might find helpful. And she goes on to talk about, pleading a prior commitment, thanking the person, standing up, fidgeting, and so forth. Okay, so Tim and I were talking about this and realized that it's not just ending conversations that can be tricky. Sometimes it's starting them, like we showed you.
It can be as hard to get started because you don't want to have to deal with trying to end it, so why have it in the first place?
So there are two things. One is, if I bump into somebody, there have been times in the past that I've seen them and I felt a horrified feeling. And I genuinely like the person.
Sure.
And I felt weird about having that reaction and I've avoided them. And sometimes it's because I'm just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to pretend. And I think I have to pretend, which is I'm working on. Then there's also just that I won't be able to end the conversation, or I'll disappoint them somehow. And of course they're not going to be disappointed. And who in their right mind would expect me to give them an hour because they ran into me on the street?
Sure. I'm more afraid typically of making myself feel bad than I am about letting them down, but sometimes it's impossible to differentiate between the two.
Yeah.
I find it easier to approach and talk to a total stranger sometimes compared to approaching someone who I know, if I'm worried that approaching them is going to make me feel a little bit more anxious.
Right. Yeah, because a total stranger, you can be like, bye, and they don't hopefully you don't feel like you have an obligation to a stranger. I don't think I do.
It's more about my obligation to myself. It's that avoiding that awkward feeling of I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm seeing you in an airport for a brief 5 minutes. It's an awkward goodbye, so it's easier just not to say hello in the first place. But that's ridiculous, because of course we always want to say hi to our friends, right?
Yeah, in theory. Yeah, we do. That's all I want to say to them is, I see you. It feels good to see you. How are you?
Why should a chance social interaction cause me so much discomfort?
So adult children often lie when it's just as easy to tell the truth. And this shows up, not in everyone, but it shows up in many different ways. And actually, it has a great opportunity of showing up when you're in a conversation that you're feeling stuck in because you don't want to disappoint the person and you don't really feel like you have the skills to say, it's been great to see you, but I gotta go. Often we'll turn to lying. And lying like, you know, oh, I'm going to miss my train, you know, when really your reason, even if it's just because you're in a bad mood, is enough. So I challenge everybody to be honest and don't fall to the temptation of telling little lies when you need to end a conversation.
I agree.
Or do you need to end this conversation? Again. This is goodbye.